Bonjour à tous, bienvenue à cette conférence de presse avant le match contre Standard de Liège dimanche. Dag allemaal, welkom deze persconferentie voor de wedstrijd van zondag tegen Standard de Liège hier in het Lottopark. Jullie vragen voor de coach. Vos questions pour le coach. We gaan de micro geven. Ja.
Simon, Samir Nasri wasn't there yesterday. Is there a problem with him, or is there?
No, he had a small illness, so we just out precaution. This was the day before, so he was just he's a lot better now. So we just taking precaution yesterday. So that was all, just coming back, so he could do some work that he missed the day before. So very simple solution to this one.
Other injuries?
No, there's one that you maybe going to ask me about anyway from last weekend with Vincent. So I may as well answer that now because I'm sure it's coming. He has a small injury to the hamstring. I'm not sure how long. He doesn't look like as bad as what we first thought, but time will tell.
Andere vragen? Autre question? Oui, ici devant.
So Vincent is not there on Sunday. Do you already choose the captain? Is the oldest one or the second captain for you?
No, it won't be a confirmed captain. Whoever is the captain at the weekend, it'll just be one for the day. We still, the oldest player, because we made the statement about who was going to be captain, and this won't change in the long term. But this is something we'll do for the next game.
Coach, how does Vincent combine the recoveries with given training?
It's very similar to when he was training. He was just the timing of his day is slightly changed because he obviously comes out to training and he's able to put more of his thoughts and philosophy into the training, I suppose, now, because he can do it from a coaching point rather than being in the session himself. So it's not, of course, good not to have him in the team because we all know his qualities, but then on the other side of it, to have him on the training field as a coach has massive benefits for the players also. So it's a bittersweet really with this one.
And where will he be on Sunday? Will he be sitting in the stands and having contact with the bench, or what are you planning?
I'm sure he'll have some contact, but whether Vinny is playing or not playing in any game this season, the enthusiasm of the man, he's going to have an impact on the game. So I'm sure that'll be no different at the weekend.
No, but he can't be sitting on the bench, and that's not allowed.
No.
So he'll be sitting in the stadium, of course.
Yeah, I believe this is the case with the. So, but like we don't do anything different anyway. I know you asked the question because it's Vincent, but we have staff on the bench who have objective thoughts on the game, and we also have players. We also have analysts and other staff that give instruction and their thoughts from a kind of bird's eye point of view, if you like. So it'll just be similar and the same as every other game, really.
You have an extra pair of eyes in the stands.
That's it. Okay. Very similar.
Ja, mocht u micro doorgeven. Dank u.
Coach, if it was up to you, Vincent would be on the bench? It would be an extra for you, or it doesn't change a lot?
Up to me, firstly, I'd have him on the field. Secondly, if he can't be on the field, then to have his expertise there would be, it's clear to see what he's already brought in terms of his ideas and philosophy to this football club. To have him right there, together on the bench would be fantastic. But rules are rules.
Coach, is it an option to change the system on Sunday?
It could any system, and it could be changed at any time. But as long as it's in line with our philosophy, and anything would be changed in any game just around the opposition. We respect every single opposition we play, but our philosophy and the way we play, that won't really change. We have one way of playing. Of course, you may have to put certain people in slightly different positions according to strengths and weaknesses of an opposition, but I think it's important, and the best teams do it, and we regard ourselves to be heading in the right direction with this, and we need to control the game and press in a certain way, which we believe is the right way for Anderlecht.
Coach, we have 3 days left in the transfer window. Are you hoping for some more reinforcements?
Yeah, I think with this, you know, it's an obvious question at this time of year. We're always looking to improve the team. That's you know, it's not nice to talk about any other players in this situation, but we're definitely looking at, you know, the situations. But to be quite honest, with a game of this magnitude also coming up, we're fully focused on this game of the weekend.
The man who come in the pitch on the pitch for company was Kana, the very young, but it's not a it's the midfielder. It's a midfielder. Is he not too small to play in the defense for you?
No.
And why so small relative for defender could play for you?
Whether it's Marco and you have people there around who also Elia came on in you know, the last game, you know, this is still to be decided, but whichever player in that situation comes into the position where Vinny played, where, you know, we trust both, or there may be another one, and whoever plays that position. Of course, certain positions have certain traits, but you know, we trust those 2 players that we just spoke about, and there's other players, and we'll trust them too. So there's what I would, to answer your first question, is we wouldn't count Marco out just because he isn't 6'3". So.
Hi, coach. You played in Genk with a false 9 with Nasri. It was not so successful. Is it still an option for Sunday, a false 9?
It's still an option. Yeah, still an option. It's when you say it wasn't so successful, we still create some chances. I thought first half the way we played the system was quite good. Of course, we don't score a goal, so maybe when you're saying we change something around the number 9 area and we don't score, maybe you can deem that as unsuccessful. But some of the areas that we, you know, and the way we wanted to play, the 9 come a little deeper, and some people coming in from wide areas or from the 10 deeper positions, we felt it actually worked quite well. Of course, we lose the game, so you could argue, and we didn't score. So I'm sure that you could say that the false 9 didn't work, but on the day we thought it was okay, and you know, we're not against it.
If with Vincent out, you have a very young defense.
Yes.
Is that something that worries you? And will be you making any choices, considering experience to have in that defense?
No, to be quite honest, I know what you know. You may think because it's such a big game, and you know they're very physical in the way they press, very organised. Not just physical, they're organised in what they do. You know, but if we trust the players, you know, it's the only way you get experience is to play. You know, and if we deem whichever players we put on the pitch, if we deem them the best ones for the job, whether they're 17 or 37, then it doesn't really bother me.
The testimonial game, you were planning on going with the whole team, but now with the injury, is that still the thing you're going to do?
Yeah, the plan has not changed so much. You know, we'll make sure. The only thing we were planning as, you know, as a club around, you know, Vincent's testimonial is that, you know, training doesn't change in any way. And luckily it's only a 1-hour flight, so it's not as if there's any jet lag or anything like this. So it'll be normal training around his game. You know, his interruption of maybe 1 day. And that's it.
You play against Standard, who is first on the for the moment. Are you scared about this game? Scared.
Okay. No, we respect where they are. They've had a really good start to the season. We feel that we have played well in majority of the games this season, but the points on the board don't lie. So we don't hide behind that. Been asked many questions along the way after games about, performance against points. Of course, it's first team, so it's points, that's for sure. But if you look at a lot of the games, we've controlled, large periods, and we just, I would say, probably missed the edge of when we're on top. We maybe haven't scored when we should have done, and took chances maybe when we should have done. And this is something we correct, and we will correct it, and we will improve. But scared, definitely not.
Do you know the sensibilities around this game? It's a special game for the supporters. It's a special game for the club.
Yeah.
Do you, because you're not from around here?
I'm not from around here, that's true, but you'd be a fool not to understand the importance of this game. And whatever the outcome, the only thing that we will make sure that we will not leave anything in the dressing room. The fans so far have been incredible, and we know how much, and I know how much, even being here such a short time, I understand how much it means to the fans also. So, we have to give back what they're giving to us, and that support, and they've stayed with us in every single game, and we owe them to put a good and strong performance.
Coach, in the history of the club, Anderlecht have never not won one of their first 6 games. So, in that way, it could be a historical game, in fact.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Listen, it's a long season, and we hope to win. I think I was asked before the first game, would you like to win it? Of course, every single game we go out to win and play in our way while winning football matches. To this point, I felt we've played in our way, but we didn't do the second bit right now too many times. But if we set out to control games, to be possession-based, and build from the back, press aggressively, all these things we aim to do, and I feel like we did that. But no good without winning games. So, you're asking the same questions, I'm telling you the same answers. So we need to change that.
Coach, in the past games, you said that there was a lack of experience in the team, and that was sometimes the explanation to some moments, some absentees in the game, some moment of absentees in the game. But you are about to play probably the most tense game in Belgian football. Do you think that you will add more experience, more player with experience in your team Sunday?
Well, firstly, we lose probably the most experienced one anyway through injury. Of course, there's other experienced players in there. There's a couple, I suppose you could mention Samir or Nasa Chadley, and there's people who are a little more experienced. But as a team, we're quite young, but we're not too bothered about that. This club, has been in the last season been through a kind of a tough period, and that's why maybe there was availability of change. It's not going to change overnight, but we've done some good things, and there's big strides been made, and the youth of this football club, along with the experienced players, are going to be the foundations to have success in the future.
Zijn er nog vragen? Y a-t-il encore des questions? Plus rien. Ok, alors on se voit dimanche. À dimanche. Tot zondag. Dankjewel.
Thank you.